Hi, I'm Mr. Franklin, and welcome to quarter two. In this overview video, I'm going to explain some basics of the setup for this week. There's some of it that I'm going to go over again in class in our first Zoom of the week, whether you have me on Tuesday or Wednesday. But I do want to try to give you at least a heads up of how things are going to change. Hopefully, going to make some things simpler, which will mean better for you. So when you go to my class, this is now the homepage. So I have changed it so that the module is the homepage. So you just go to my course and the module is the first thing that's going to come up. I'm going to try to put whatever the current week's module is at the top. So it's going to go from most recent to last week to the week before. So it's going to go older and older and older and older as you go down uh, the screen. Okay. The announcements will remain at the very, very top. And you will also notice that I've reduced the number of menu options for you. I've actually taken away quite a few. I think this will actually help you find things if you're wondering where things are at. So you have your Zoom link for class. You'll go there to join for class. You have your modules, so you can still, if you're somewhere else, you can navigate back to the modules. Of course, at any time you can go home and also get to the modules because that's now the home page. I do have a grades tab, so you can go to the grades and take a look for that. Then you can also go to the syllabus, which I'm not sure what the lock part is, but the rest of it is the standard syllabus page stuff that I've always had. I've also added files. It's always been open to you, but there hasn't been anything worth looking at. But now I've put the equation sheet in there. So if you've been wondering where that is or how to find it, I've put it in there. So now you can open it up and use our equation sheet. So let's jump into this week for a brief overview. Hopefully we'll get more into it in class. So I will be posting the video link here. So this video will be linked here. I've linked all the assignments for the week. So I said not to worry about assignments for Monday, and then I realized that we actually had school on Monday. So I did post this Motivational Monday. I still want you to do it, even if you didn't do it on Monday. I want you to do it. So here's the Google Doc. You're going to do the following when you open it, and then you're going to come up here to the Submit tab and turn it in. So let me show you what this looks like, because this is new. You're going to open up the Google Doc, and then you're going to go to File, Make a Copy. You can hear my daughter in the background. File, Make a Copy, and then you're going to name it with your name. So my name would be Franklin, and it's 4.00 Motivational Monday, and I click OK. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. So now this is my copy, and now I can edit this copy. Put your name, put your block, whatever it is. Standard, read the stuff in blue. Questions should be in yellow. Write your answer in the green boxes and go down. It is what do you think? So there's not a right or wrong answer. I want to hear what you have to say. Then we have a video where Arnold Schwarzenegger is giving a graduation address to graduating college seniors, I believe. But you click on that link and you can watch him speak about achieving dreams. So you're going to watch him talk about success and vision and all those great things. And you're going to tell me, do you agree with him? Do you disagree? And then you're going to share with me, what are some of your dreams? It could be as simple as, I want to pass physics. It could be something more complicated. I want to go work for DreamWorks one day. I want to go, I want to be an astronaut that goes to Mars. What is your dream? Whatever it is, you can share that with me there. Okay? So hopefully this will reorient us, kind of get us focused on, moving forward, because distance learning can be difficult, and we can't always reflect on the bad stuff. We got to kind of keep our eyes on the prize and keep moving forward. Okay, so I've filled that document out, but now I got to turn it in. So this is the new part. You're going to click Submit Assignment, and you're going to click Google Drive. It really shouldn't matter which one. Okay, and it's not going to let me show you because I'm a test student and it doesn't like it when I do this, but there will be a search bar that comes up and you type in your name, 4.0.0, and then you're going to select that file, and then there's going to be a button that says submit, and you're going to turn it in, okay? So, and I can't show you that because of the way Google works in Student View. Okay, so then you can go back here and go to the next assignment, which will be our Zoom meeting. And in our Zoom meeting, we're going to be talking about expectations, reviewing some of the parameters that we're going to be working on for this year. We're going to talk about setting up a time and the space for those of you that did not quite achieve the credit that you want, whether it's you got a no mark or a D or something like that. I'm going to be setting up a space where we can discuss and figure out how we're going to regain that credit. And we're also going to talk about just planning for distance learning in general. So there's some things that we've all learned. You as a student have learned, us as teachers have learned. And so in a sense, we're going to be taking a couple steps back, resetting ourselves, thinking about the big picture. How do we prepare ourselves for success? And so we can have a really strong second quarter. Then you're going to have this assignment, and it's really simple. It's planning time for online class. What you're going to do is, first thing you're going to do is you're going to choose a planner that you think will work for you. Steel Canyon has offered planners for all freshmen, so you probably got one as student orientation or something like that. If you have not, you may be able to contact the school and see if you can get a hold of a planner. Make sure that you tell them you're a freshman, because if you're not a freshman, you have to buy it, but you should have gotten one. If you've lost it, or maybe it didn't quite work for you, you need to select a planner that works for you. You're going to take a picture or screenshot of the planner that you use. I know in one of the classes, like Mr. Wilkins' class, they are using a digital planner, and so that's okay. I prefer to write it down on paper because I have it beside me when I'm on the computer, and that way I can work through it. I personally, for my planner, use a composition book, and I hand create my planner however I decide to do it. And I change the method I use all the time because different situations require different things. Sometimes I will actually hand draw out a week, like a calendar page, and I do it that way. Sometimes it's just a to-do list. A lot of it depends on what's going on, but I keep it in a composition book, one, because they're really cheap. But two, I just have been keeping everything I do in those. I've got a bunch of them. It's also a military thing that I do because I also can fold pages, and I also have a record of everything that I've been working on. And it's a little easier for me to write notes on that kind of a thing. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to talk a lot more about that. But you're going to choose a planner. You're going to take a screenshot or a picture of the planner that you're going to use. And then you're going to actually use that planner and make a plan for the rest of your week. And then you're going to take a picture of your plan. Now, I understand this might take a little bit of time for you to acquire a planner if you need to go get one. I just expect you to get this done as soon as you can, because the sooner you can get your planner working, the better things are going to be as we go forward. Because right now, this week is kind of light, but we're going to get back into it. So you really are going to need one of these. Okay, when you're done, you're going to have two pictures. You're going to have a picture of your planner and a picture of your plan that you made for this week, which we're going to talk about tomorrow, how to make a plan. And you're going to submit the assignment, and then you're going to choose a file. Now, if you've got it on desktop or whatever, then you just choose the file and upload it. But if you're on your phone, you may have to put it on Google Drive and then put the picture on Drive, and then go to Drive and upload the picture. Best way to do it is go to Google Drive, upload the picture from there. You can do a file upload. And if you're doing it on your phone, we'll see. But once you do that, you should still have a red submit button or a submit button underneath, and you're going to click submit there. Submit your planning for this week. You also have for this week, so that's one thing you're going to do this week. The other thing you're going to really do this week is, actually there's another one after this, but is you're going to make your vocabulary flashcards. So you'll make a study guide using this document. So this is a new process, so we're going to be repeating it over and over, so it should just become the new rule of thumb. But you're going to go to this document, and you're going to go to File, make a copy. Don't request access. Go File, make a copy, and then you're going to change to your name. Change it to your name, and then click OK. And now you can fill in the document. So you have your word list, and we have words like work, energy, potential energy, kinetic energy, joule, law of conservation of energy, power, watt, heat, entropy. And then we have some of our units. We have our table of units. You'll notice in green are the units that are new. In orange are the units that we've already used in the past, but they're not going away. We're going to continue using them. You're going to choose one. Make flashcards, make a foldable, which is like a single sheet of paper that you fold and you put definitions on one side and word on the other side, but it's just something you can study. You can cover up the definition. Energy, the ability to do work. Yes, that's so you can study. Or you can make a Quizlet or a Kahoot. You can make your own. Next week we will share one with you, but it helps if you're actually making it. So whatever it is, you have to make it. Okay, now I want to report out how long did it take you to make your stuff? Okay, it took me an hour to make my flashcards. Tell me that. It took me 30 minutes to make my Kahoot. Whatever it is, tell me how long it's going to take you, or it took you when you're finished. When you finished, you're going to insert a screenshot or a picture. So just like normal, go to Insert, Image, Drive, Photos, Camera, however you're going to do it, and then insert the image of your study guide that you made. Okay. Then you need to make sure that you have a copy of those variables and units in your composition book or somewhere that you can reference, and then tell me what's your study plan. Once you finish filling that out, then you're going to click Submit Assignment, go to Google Drive, you're going to search for that document. So click on Google Drive, search for your name, so my name is Franklin, and then 4.1.2, and it should pop up as long as you named it correctly, okay? And then you're going to submit that file, okay? But this also allows you, if you have problems with Google Docs, because some of us are, you can also at the end of it, you can always go File, Print, and then Save as PDF, and then save it. So you can save as PDF, and then save it, and then you can upload the PDF, okay? So you can do it that way. You probably have to save it to Drive, so you're still gonna search for it in Drive by the name that you give it, and you can submit the PDF, okay? You will also be able to attach the pictures that way as well. It gives us a lot more, by doing this, instead of just doing the blue submit button on the Google Doc, turning it in down here allows us a lot more flexibility for turning things in. That's gonna help a bunch of us out, I think, okay? And let's make sure we're kind of tracking what's going on. So Monday, we did Motivational Monday. Tuesday, we're going to talk about planners and planning for distance and our expectations. On Wednesday, you're going to do your energy vocabulary, and then you're going to do the Rube Goldberg activity part 1. So part 1 is you're going to basically watch some videos of different Rube Goldberg machines and answer some questions about it. Later this week and into next week, you're going to actually design your own Rube Goldberg contraption. So you click on that document. Once again, File, make a copy, your name, and if you leave the numbers up here with your name in the title, you'll be able to find it when you time to turn it in. So there's a little explanation. You should read all of it. We're going to do part 1 this week and part 2 next week. And then you're going to click on the video link and you're going to go watch these different videos. Okay? And you're going to talk about what is it trying to accomplish? How many steps did it take? And you're going to do that for each of these videos. And they're quite fun. I could not stop laughing on this one. So I quite enjoyed this one. So click on that, watch the video, and then tell me what is the task it's trying to do, how many steps does it take? And you're going to do that for all 5. And that's it. Now, we've included the next step so that you can be thinking about it. So on our Thursday or Friday Zoom, we're going to be sharing our ideas for the next step, okay? So next week, you're going to get an assignment to start constructing a Rube Goldberg machine that has a minimum of 10 steps. So for now, we're just designing one. We're not actually going to build one, okay? And then later we may give you the opportunity to build one, okay? As you're going to see, some of these, it might be too much to do at your house, depending on what's going on at home, but it might be something fun to do, okay? So we're going to do that, but your task will be to pop a balloon as your final step. And then we're basically going to ask you to design it and then draw a rough sketch labeling all 10 steps, and you're going to turn that in next week. So in next week's agenda video, I'll explain this in more detail. Okay. And then once again, go back to submit assignment, go down to the Google Drive, search for the title, and submit your assignment that way. On Thursday or Friday, we will have a Zoom, and then we're going to end up the week with a quiz. I was going to do a feedback survey, but most of you gave me really good feedback that I think represents most of you for the most part last week. So I figured it would be great to do a small quiz, which will include a few of the key vocabulary words for next week. So probably the words at the top of the list. It will also have expectations on where is the tutorial link going to be? How do I turn things in now? How do I make a copy in Google Docs? Things that you should already know. Some of us don't, okay? But I want to re-emphasize, how are we turning things in? How do I communicate with Mr. Franklin? All those kind of really basic things so that we can proceed and do excellent stuff on the rest of this quarter. Okay. So last thing I do want to show you is the course calendar for tutorials. I have created a calendar for all tutorial times. So if you go to the calendar, you can click on that button and the link will be down here. The code is hidden right now because this is a public video, but you will be able to click on that in your calendar and access the tutorial time. And there should be one for every day that there is tutorials available. Alrighty, that does conclude our weekly overview. I can't wait to see you on Tuesday or Wednesday. Have a great evening.